Hello, all. This week's discussion is about financial statements. And some of you I know have taken accounting and know about financial statements, and some of you have not taken accounting, which is fine because we will talk about basics of financial statements. There are three very important financial statements in accounting. One of them is called balance sheet. Another one is called income statement, and another one is called statement of cash flows. We want to see what they are. The first one, a very important one, is is called balance sheet, and it is an equation that is always equation, as you all know, means equal. Yeah, that's where the name of equation comes from. Equal. What are the things that are equal always in a financial statement? They say that assets in financial statements are always, and they are supposed to be equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. What does that mean? Let me give you an example. Think about if someone wants to be a cab driver. This person goes and buys a car for $10,000, puts $2,000 for down payment, and borrows $8,000 from the bank to make it $10,000. That way, he or she can buy this car. Therefore, the assets of this cab driver is when he or she buys the car is $10,000. This $10,000 come from what? It comes from $8,000 of it comes from the bank. $2,000 of it, come from his own money. Therefore, as you see, this $10,000 is always balanced with this number, which is 8,000 and 2,000. This $8,000 is called liabilities because liabilities are something that, let's say, if you don't pay it, they can take you to court. If this person has taken $8,000, has borrowed $8,000 from the bank, that is the liability. And the equity of this person is $2,000. That's his or her down payment. Now, imagine, can this balance sheet go up and down? Yes, it can reduce. Let's say this person suddenly makes a mistake and has a minor accident to the car. Now, the value of the car, instead of 10,000, becomes $9,000. He or she still owes $8,000 to the bank, and because there is a damage of $1,000 to the car, therefore his or her $2,000 drops to $1,000. When you look at here, you still see that this is balanced, which means this $9,000 on this side of the equation, this is the same as what you see on this side. Do you see how it is always balanced? Therefore, imagine that the next day he or she goes and puts $100 gas in the car. The value of the car at the moment when they put the gas, he puts or she puts gas in it, is 9,100. He or she still owes 8,000, but his or her equity is 1,000 plus 100. Therefore, on this side of the equation, we have 9,100. On this side, we will have 9,100. Do you see? That's why it is called balance sheet. It's always balanced. That means this side of the equation and this side of the equation are supposed to be balanced at all times. Therefore, this is one of the very important income statements that is called one of the balance sheet. This person, imagine that the cab driver in our example has another statement called income statement. Means think about this person, suppose in 1 year has revenues of $6,000, and that means that gives ride to the passengers and makes $6,000, has some expenses. These are revenues. Expenses, imagine that has $2,000 expenses. Therefore, his income or her income is $4,000 before taxes. Then if he or she pays taxes $1,000, the net income is $3,000. Therefore, in financial statements, balance sheet is very important. Income statement is very important because you always want to know how much income you had every year or every month or every day. That's the income statement. Another important statement is a cash flow statement. This is called statement of cash flows. Means when this cab driver started at the beginning of the year, he or she had zero money, but you see that net income was 3,000. Therefore, at the end, the cash that he or she has is $3,000. Cash flow statements are very important also because when you start a business, you have a business, let's say, you always want to know how much cash you have. If you have thousands of employees, you have to have cash to pay their salary. Therefore, these are very important income statements, and we are going to use ChatGPT to create this financial statements for a company of our choice, and then I will discuss about that financial statement. I asked ChatGPT to create an income statement and balance sheet and statement of cash flows for an imaginary restaurant I want to create to have in Moorfield. I'll send that one to you and see how it goes.